Hello, hope you all are doing well. I feel like I haven't spoken with you all in a minute, but I have been having some speaking events, and so luckily I'm able to get with you this month on some topics based off of some things that I've been posting on the Her Worth is Forever Ruby's page and also on Instagram and Facebook. I've been noticing a lot of you been saying some things about relationships and maybe leaving some bad relationships or even in situationships that you don't need to be in. And so it made me reflect on some things that I've gone through before and still going through as far as with relationships that maybe you don't really need to be in, or maybe you left that type of relationship where you can't figure out why you keep ending up in the same type of situation. I have been there. It's been certain situations that have happened to me where I keep seeing it in repeats, and I'm trying to figure out how do I keep ending up in this situation. And so I have done some things myself, written some things down, and I suggest that you do it too. And I'll go over what to do after I go over the 4 things of probably why you keep ending up in unhealthy relationships or situationships. So I'm gonna go over those 4 things, and then I'm gonna tell you at the end some things that I did to help me recognize exactly what I'm doing and what that pattern is that I keep ending up in the same situation. So like I said, this is gonna be the 4 reasons why you probably keep ending up in unhealthy relationships or situationships. So number 1, you probably are dating unavailable men. Now, I did a whole video on dating unavailable men. All you gotta do is go through the home feed and you can find it there on the different types of unavailable men. But sometimes we'll want to date so bad or be in relationships that even though we hear that the guy's unavailable, whether it's because he's emotionally unavailable, maybe he hasn't left a relationship yet, maybe he just left one, and maybe he's just not ready, but you stick around in hopes that he will eventually want one. And when you do that, you're kind of setting yourself up to end up in situations where you're ready to open up yourself up emotionally, but they are not. And then you get upset later when in the beginning they already kind of showed you they were not available. So I definitely suggest going through that video to know what those unavailable men look like. But if a guy is coming off that he is not available or ready for a relationship for whatever reason it may be, you need to just go ahead and take that as a red flag and stay away from that situation and trying to make it into a relationship. Just let it be what it is, whether it's friends or associates or nothing. But don't put yourself in a situation or relationship like that, because you're going to get hurt. Number 2, you may be getting into certain situations because you're insecure. You don't maybe feel like you're worth having a really good relationship and a guy that loves you. Maybe you're insecure in the way you look, or maybe because you've had past situations where somebody has critiqued you and made you feel like you're not lovable, but you are lovable, and it is somebody out there who will love you exactly for who you are. We all, of course, need some adjusting in our relationships based off of things we've been through or just some past experience with family or friends. But please don't get into a situation where you feel like, well, this is what I deserve. I don't worth anything. I don't deserve anything more than what I'm in right now. You do deserve more, and you can get those things that you want, but you have to be confident in yourself. If you don't believe that you are attractive or that somebody will actually want a committed relationship with you, then you're gonna keep staying in situations just to have somebody. Be confident in who you are. God made you a beautiful being, and there's somebody out there who will see the beauty in you. I promise you that. Wait on that. Number 3, it may be just that you're acting desperate. Maybe you want something so bad that you are settling on some things that you know you want in a relationship, whether it be you're settling on waiting for marriage, whether you're settling on things that you know you want committed in a relationship as far as like time and doing things, going out, whatever it may be. You may be acting so desperate that can actually turn off a guy just because they can tell that you're being needy and you just there and you want all this attention. Don't be like that. Usually people that attract guys, they come off very confident as if they are okay really by themselves, and so it's kind of like a confidence that attracts other people. Don't be so desperate. The only person that you need that much is God himself, and really that's it. And God understands that you want somebody, but don't become so desperate that you are just willing to do anything and everything just to have a guy. Most likely you doing all those things exactly what's going to run him away, because you're going to come off easy. So don't come off like you're desperate either, okay? Number 4, maybe you're just being impatient and maybe a great guy out there, but instead of you waiting on that guy, you just kind of take whatever is coming at you. That kind of goes back to the desperate thing. Don't do that. Many times we're single, sometimes based off of things that we're doing. It may not necessarily be because it's not God's will. It may not necessarily be because it's not time. It's just that we're not ready, or either we're doing doing things to kind of prevent that from happening. And you have to realize it takes some part on you as well. I'm actually going to do a book soon on that, on the reasons why you probably are in the situation you're in. So remember that number one, you're probably in this situation or in unhealthy relationships because you're being desperate. Number two, you may be acting really insecure or feel that you don't deserve better. Number three, because you're dating unavailable men. And number four, because you're probably being impatient. If you need any more advice, of course, you know you all can always email me at chloemgooden@yahoo.com. Also, my books always will help you when it comes to dating and kind of knowing what to look for in a guy. I hope this helps you, and please do not get yourself in situations that you know you do not deserve. If you are in one now, get out. I've been there, and honestly, just take it one day at a time. Like I said in the beginning of the video, it's some things that I've done, and one thing that I have done, I've written down every relationship that I've been in or situationship, and I wrote down like the pattern that I was seeing. What did I do that was similar with the other guy? What mistakes maybe did I make? Until you sit down and write down what you probably have done in the past, you're not going to know what you need to change. So I really suggest sit down, write down the different relationships, maybe write down the patterns, and figure out what you need to change so you can have the healthy, loving relationship that you deserve. Once again, I'll see you probably next month, and God bless.